I want to think about your podcast and, just kind of your journey as a coach and how you've connected with people over time. I want to hear, has there been like an instance, maybe you could share a story of maybe some great feedback that you got on a specific episode, or maybe an email that you received from someone, like, because I don't think that we talk enough about that. I think people feel if they share that on their own show, sometimes they're being braggy or whatever. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I want y'all to champion your own content. And so I just want to kind of give you the floor to brag on yourself a little bit, Dan. I want to hear some good stories.
Yeah, well, it's so again, how timely is that question, and that we have this today? Because actually, just last night, I received probably the best accolade for my podcast that I could have received, and it did open my eyes to some things I want to be intentional about. So I don't have it in front of me, but I got a message last night from a young lady who we connected, and it was kind of funny how we connected. We connected over on LinkedIn, and I had put something out there, and she immediately sent me a connection request that I couldn't deny because of what I had posted. It was like, "Hey, I want to connect," or something to that effect. But anyway, she admitted in this message that at first she was very hesitant to listen or feel like she would even connect with me because I use the word extreme ownership.
Mm,
But then she said she did go ahead and listen to my episode and was pleasantly surprised that I was very approachable in my delivery of the message. And she even listened to an interview that I had just talked about earlier, and said she felt the same thing resonating in those episodes, that it wasn't extreme ownership in the Gary V style of
right.
hustle and grind until you can't take anything else anymore. And that's not good for your health. It's not good for your mind. It's not good for your body or soul. And I don't want to communicate that message, but I wanted, she said exactly what I'm trying to communicate, which was the best message I could have received. And it was something to the effect of, it's about owning who you are and owning self-love in order to be able to do the things that you most want to do. And when you can get the alignment on that, the excuses go away, they're eliminated. The resilience starts building like you hoped it would, or like you want it to. And the execution becomes so much easier because now you're focused on what's most important in your life, in your business, in your purpose. And it's not about grinding until you can't move anymore. And so that message was just yesterday as we're recording this. And that's been the best experience. Now, I will say two other things, if it's all right.
Go ahead.
The first thing I would say would be, if you've done it, is it really bragging? And I know that's probably debatable, but I've started to adopt that as a philosophy of sorts, right? If I've done it, then it's up to me whether I share it or not. And if I don't share it, what am I hiding from?
Yeah.
And it's my perception of what other people may think. But
Yeah.
I want to be proud of the things that I've done. Those wins mean a lot to me. Why wouldn't I want to share that with other
Yeah.
people? So that's the first one. And then I heard something yesterday, actually, and it was yesterday was a good day, I guess. But yesterday I heard, assume that everybody wants what you have.
Mm,
And I really liked hearing that for so
yeah.
many different reasons, because that allows me, when I'm questioning myself, to just show up. And with that assumption, even if it's wrong, if I can show up with that assumption, it changes how things are delivered, how things might be perceived. And we can feel good about what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking about you're living close to the beach, Dan. Like, I mean, it's full circle back to what we said earlier. I'm like, it's so true. Like, it's so such great wisdom in a way that again is like it's very grounding, it's very humble, and I think that you are so deserving. I think about the young woman that you said that had sent this message to you. I feel like she probably almost gave you back the message that you had put out, through your content. And I'm sure that's very validating that
Mm.
Maybe I'm on the right track. Is that kinda how it felt for you?
Oh, yeah, even above and beyond that, it was just incredible. That was again, that's probably the best message I could have
Yeah.
ever received, and I've received accolades, and, I've gotten a few reviews over time, and I do a good job of trying to share that, publicly recognizing and thanking people for leaving that review, because that does mean a lot. It means that I'm saying something that
Yeah.
someone else can benefit from, right? And it doesn't matter to me. You might have heard me say this before, Crystal, but whether it's one person or 1,000 people,
Yeah.
if I can positively impact the life of one other person, then that's exciting.